This Friday on Market Watch, we are going to have the new Spider Marin deck box. Now, for those of you that remember, this is something I've been working on for a while. The entire front of the box is going to be hollow, and it is going to look absolutely amazing. So I'll leave a link down below so you guys can get ready to get that on Friday. Let's pass on over to Market Watch. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. So, as per every one of these Market Watches, leave a comment down below when you be walking away with a booster pack and tell me what you guys think about, a lot of things has been going on here with the secondary market. So I wanted to showcase some of the video game stuff here to kind of start things off for this Market Watch. Don't worry, there is cards here, but there's been some interesting things happening on the nostalgia side of things that you might not have missed. So Tag Force 1, okay, $50. There's nothing too crazy about that. Tag Force 2 coming in about $68.90. Okay, well that's a little bit more expensive. Then you hit Tag Force 3 here, and you're like, wait, $140 for Tag Force 3? Okay, well that's a little bit up there. And then you hit Tag Force 4 down here at $45. And then, there's no listing for Tag Force 5 on here, but this is kind of interesting just to see overall. We skip on over here just to the overall generic eBay listings. Look, $56 here. You can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lot all used for about $95, but that's from Japan. That's not the American listings. All right, you also see Tag Force 3 back here coming about $99 and so forth, and then there's another $140 listing for this, and so forth. I just kind of wanted to point out here that when you're kind of looking, you see case and manual, no game for this for $50, and then another $80 here for the PSP game. I don't know, it's just kind of interesting taking a look at what's been going on here in the secondary market for, this of all things. And there's no game for this version either. This is literally just the promos and the display case. So overall, it looks like Tag Force 3 of all things has gone up insanely in value. I had to look up Dark Duel Stories because I was curious. I was like, all right, how much does a sealed Dark Duel Stories go for anymore? And I mean, obviously, if you had one of these from back in the day, you are golden. $1,800 for Dark Duel Stories, but I mean, that's with, like, obviously being sealed with the promo. You get a 7.5 for $1,500. I'm not much to, like, deep dive into, like, the graded video game market, but this is just one of those things just out of curiosity, just to see. And of course, you do have a sealed Blue Eyes copy here for $25,000. Nobody's gonna realistically probably pay that. Now, the one that I personally like for display purposes, this beauty right here for $30. This game, it always looked so cool to me. I always had hoped that we'd get the Magician of Black Chaos in here. I remember buying a copy of this, thinking that we were going to get the Magician in here, and we just didn't, and it was so disappointing to me. And I had to later buy the copy to get the promos in here. Such a sad day, but the 3 exclusive promos, $1,750 right now on eBay. A little bit more expensive. You got a $450 version here with the 3 FMR cards. As you can see here, that Harpy's Pet Dragon is a little bit expensive these days, but this is just one of those pieces of history. Also, the regular version that did not have the promos in it did not have the promo cards listed on it, because there were technically 2 versions. The one without the promos and the one with the promos, which was so disappointing that they actually made it like that. And then, of course, the Yu-Gi-Oh! World Championship video games. You mean to tell me 2007 is $285? I don't believe that for an instance. Like, let's jump down here to yield completed data here. What it actually sells for these. I guess you got little bundles. Wow. A 2011 version sold for $80. Wow. 2011 also sold... I guess your 2011 version of this game is actually worth something. Interesting. Cool. Well, if you have 2011, congratulations over the Nexus. It's now $75. Now, of course, the video game promo market. Most of us are familiar with what we're going to refer to as the big three here, between the Blue Eyes, the Dark Magician, and the Exodia. But, what about the lesser known ones? The FMR Full Metal Red Eyes Chunga's Dragon. I think this thing always looks super cool. Alright, there's only 3 near mint listings on the market. And $205 on up to $2,500. Like, ugh. That's, we're going to leave this on near mint because I really want to deep dive here. The Harpy's Pet Dragon on near mint. Oh man, let me guess. This also gets out of hand. Actually, a Harpy's Pet Dragon for $95. That's a lot cheaper than I initially expected, because this is one of those cards that, to have the near mint copy from FMR, Forbidden Memories, it looks so good. Like, honestly, I think that might be one of my favorite video game promos of all time, just to have, oh look, and then you start getting into the Power of Chaos Revenge stuff. What was this, the old PC game? Oh man, this was so weird. Yeah, the Power of Chaos, $36 for that. That's not terrible, honestly. It's a lot more doable than some of this other stuff that you see down here, at least in terms of video games. There's your Metal Morph. Only 34 listings for the Metal Morph. Surprise on this. But I mean, to be fair, only $36 for the Metal Morph. That's also not that surprising, I suppose. Really dealing in some crazy things. Then you get into some of the European releases here. This is the German Graceful Charity for $10. It's actually kind of cheap. Let's see one of those on the market for that. And then, of course, the Reshef of Darkness, the Prismatic Secret Rare version of this, $14. Oh, and then Worm, the 5Ds Tag Force promo. I don't know if you know this or not, but this card was always so expensive, and I still see it has a $20 price tag, even to this day. Worm, it doesn't even really do anything. It just mills 3 cards on the top of your opponent's deck. But for whatever reason, people really coveted the card. Like, the video game market, obviously, besides like crazy rare vintage stuff, and then of course, Closed Forest being the old weird little card that people wanted. I remember people going crazy wanting to pick up Closed Forest because like, oh my gosh, we gotta get these, and it's like, chill, like, it's not even a really big deal. Like, yeah, it's a good card for the era, but if you're running out here spending all of this money, same thing with the Dark Bribe. Tag Force 2, you were running out here picking up volumes of Tag Force 2 just to get the copies of the Dark Bribes. Like, that's stuff that really shouldn't be happening in modern era standards. And you look at some of these older promos, at least like Seal of the Ancients is cheap now. I mean, your mint copy just sold for $3. So a lot of nostalgia built into this older stuff. It's kind of crazy. We talked about Vidos yesterday on the market, but evidently Priestess is now going sideways. I guess I didn't expect this. You see your dip down here, but you're looking at 70, 70, 70 across the board. We're at the point now that people are like, all right, time to pick them up. 72s. Generically, I really don't know what else to say. Like, I'm not surprised to know that Ashen's going up across the board. People love this archetype. It looks really cool, and it checks all of the marks to be a cool deck. $7. Yeah, okay, I suppose. Dried Winds, you've got to be kidding me. These are at 28, 28, and 28. Yeah, you're looking at $27 to $28 per copy of this thing right now. Too much money. No. First Movement Solos, $19 and $12. I've been very vocal about picking up your Ostinatos. You're picking up all this Melodious stuff in anticipation for what's to come. If you haven't got the memo, well, unfortunately, it's probably generically too late at this point. I do think that if you're planning on playing Melodious stuff, you definitely want to make sure that you have it, or it's going to be a bust. And then Aldi Thunder Dragon Colossus. This is so bad. This thing bottomed out at $45. Literally, like a week and a half ago. And then you see everybody go, oh, new Thunder support. And we got one little Thunder card, and obviously 52, 52, 52, up we go. And it doesn't stop. Well, you know, the hype train in this game is so hilarious some days. Like, it's actually kind of crazy. So, what do you guys think? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here in a day, guys. Peace. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.